Something that I pretty much like always hear is like, oh, I should do that, or I wish I was doing that. The people say all these phrases, but it's like they won't do it. Like, I've been through this enough times. Like, you say you should do that, but you're not gonna do it. Like, you're not. And every single person that I met who thinks and shoulds or wishes fails unequivocally. Every single person. There's not a single person I know that has done their should. I should go to the gym. I should lose the weight. Not a single person has accomplished that should. And of course you can argue that I'm a sample size of one, But let me ask you this. How many people that you know have accomplished their shoulds? Most likely not many at all. Because fundamentally shoulds and wishes are the weakest motivators for any action. There are 4 kinds of intent when doing something. So there are shoulds. I can write, please. Shoulds. There are desires. There is duty. And there are values. So, shoulds are basically what society tells you to do. Right? Desires are what you want. Right? Duty is responsibilities. And obligations. That's not how you spell it. That's not how you write a G. And values are things you care about beyond a desire. Right. So let's analyze the popular phrase, I should read more. Right, so I should read more. Right. Should is the key word. Right. Why does a person say this? Maybe society tells you that successful people read. And therefore people want to be like those people and place a false expectation on themselves to read. But deep down they know that they won't be able to fulfill that. But the thing is, they say that, I should read more. They say that as a way to sort of garner moral virtue in a way, without actually doing it in the first place. And I think that this sounds way more analytical than it should be. But if you think about it, there's no other reason behind why people say, I should read more, besides covering up their shame of not meeting society's expectations. At least with the word should. If your primary motivation to do something is to conform behind society's expectations, then of course you would fail. Right? You don't have personal skin. Like, operating from shoulds is literally just following what the external world tells you to do. Now let's look at a statement. I want more money. There could be a lot of reasons why someone says this. Maybe they want to buy more. They want to be financially secure, etc. Whatever the reason is. The statement is, I want more money, and that statement comes from desire, right? Want being a synonym for I desire. And so this is different to should, right? Because you care for this, right? The society is not telling you to want more money. Although that also might be a reason why you would want more money. But you have this desire. It's fundamentally different from shoulds, which is basically all society telling you to do something. With desire, it's like you have this desire to do it, and yet it achieves the same outcome. It's not accomplished. I can say that I want a yacht. You know, I can say that. But in all likelihood, I won't get it because I just don't care enough about it that I will actually get it. That I will, after the initial desire to get it, I will actually go down that road. I will actually get the money to buy a yacht. It's very unlikely that I'll do. And of course, money is the same. Like, who are the people that want money the most? Who desire money the most? I speak about this like in a superficial sense. You know, a desire for more money, not as a value. Like, I value money. For example, a middle-class citizen in the U.S. wishing for more money, even though they're relatively well off, but you know, they just desire more money. You know, if it comes, I'll take it. But it's like, I'm not exactly willing to give up my entire life for that. Does this kind of person get more money? Does he go out and work for more money? No, he doesn't, because it's just a transient desire, right? And the next day he has wasted sitting around and still wanting more money, or he's worked, but in either case he's still wanting more money, but he does nothing to go out and do it to actually get that money. And so comparing desires and shoulds, they're both focused on external rewards. One is simply society wants you to get this. Other is your own desire to get something external. And both lead to nowhere, because you don't become a millionaire just by wanting, just by desiring and shoulding your way up. So the next is duty. And I said duty is based off your obligations, your responsibilities. So an example of duty is, I have to buy groceries. No, I have to buy groceries. This could be someone living alone, out of food, needing food, or a parent needing food. Whatever the case, there is this obligation that I have to get groceries. And this intent is much stronger than a simple should. Because imagine thinking, I should get groceries when you don't have anything to eat. It's like, that's not going to happen. Like, you're going to think, I need to get groceries. Like, this is important. Otherwise, I'll starve. And so fundamentally, these two are different. So duty can be either in service of yourself or for others. But there is a similarity between duty and should, which is they both take away something from you. They both sacrifice something. However, duty as a motivation is going to make you more successful than a simple should. That's for sure. But the thing is, once your duty is gone, your primary motivator is also gone. And then you go back to desires and shoulds. And so lastly is values. For example, I value physical fitness. And so values are at the edge where there is internal reward, but also instead of sacrifice, there is gain. Right, so it's technically like two gains. So instead of society or external things telling you to do this, it is yourself. It is you have this value. That is like this part of gain right here. And then with values, the thing that you actually like gain is internal. So you may have heard advice telling you to change the way you think about your identity in order to accomplish a certain goal. For example, you want to be more physically fit. Instead of thinking, I want to become more athletic, think, I am athletic. I mean, you may not be, but the change in mindset allows you to change much easier into living this story than if you had not, which is very interesting. And so the final thing I want to say is moving towards values, getting from desires to values, shoulds to values, duties to values. Getting to values. Because values are the best way to do things. They're the best motivators. And I'm assuming you have a lot of desires, wants, possibly duties, shoulds. So grab a piece of paper and do this now. Like, pause the video and write these down. What you're going to write is all your possible desires, wants, and that's a terrible looking end. That's also pretty bad. And duties. All of them down. Write all of them down on a piece of paper. Do it now. Pause the video. I will wait. More than that, I won't wait. I will write some with you. So, desires, let's see. Money. Family. School. Let's see. Popular girls. Okay. Popularity. It's a pretty good one. Good grades. Food. I guess you can just like do that into many things. But anyway, I hope you've written yours down. Then I want to ask you, do you truly value any of these at all? For example, for me, do I value money? Yes I do. I do value money. Family. Yes, I do. School. As a duty, I really don't value school. No. Girls. In the sense of casual dating, no. Popularity, no. Good grades. Long term, I don't value them. They are used for my goals, but I don't really value good grades for the sake of good grades. Food. Honestly, no. I don't value like extremely good tasting food. As long as it's edible, I'm fine. Just write that as long as edible. There we go. For you, maybe you wrote reading. And do you actually care about reading? Do you actually care about physical fitness? Do you actually care about your health? Like, what do you truly care about? What do you not? I'm going to go through your entire list and literally write down yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. To what you care about for yes, and what you actually don't care about for no. On your list, there might be things that you want to value, right? Like reading. Let's just add that there. Maybe I do want to value it. I do want to value. Right? That's one. And if you want to value them, right? Integrate them into your identity. Remind yourself that this is something you value. Right? By changing these weaker motivations to values, by integrating them into your identity, you can change what you fundamentally do. And in addition, you sort of get rid of the things that you don't value. But with this, there's more than just like changing your mindset and identity for a real change. There's something that most people don't think about when they want to change something, and that's the cost of change. What's the cost for that activity? Ask yourself this. What is the cost? What is it going to cost physically, emotionally, cognitively, and spiritually? What is it going to cost? The thing is, most people don't think about this when they pursue something. And when they don't think about it, they don't get to their goals. Anyway, case in point. New Year's resolutions. Everyone's excited to lose weight, but then after a month it gets hard and boring, and then people quit. They didn't think ahead about what it's going to cost them. Maybe they thought about, it's going to cost them physically somewhat. Maybe they didn't think about what it's going to cost emotionally. or cognitively, or spiritually. There's many costs to think about when you pursue a new goal, a new value. And if you don't consider all the costs, once that initial motivation is gone, you won't be able to sustain it anymore. And with this knowledge, I hope that you've learned something. I hope that you can use this to better understand why you do certain things, and also to use this to better yourself.